Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. Now, for those of you that are short-term traders, we want to keep an eye out tomorrow, Tuesday, July 14th, right? We're going to get the CPI report that's going to be coming out at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to impact the stock market either to the downside or the upside. For those of you that are short-term, day trading, short-term trading, things like that, you want to see how that report comes out. Also, we've been getting some news has been coming out with Iran, and all these things do impact the stock market outside of the charts. So you want to be aware of what's going on in the world, keep up with the news, and keep up with data that's coming out. So you're not, get off guard and get surprised, because that sometimes happens. So that's just a tip there for those of you that are short-term trading. But I wanted to bring to your attention a stock that a lot of you probably invested in if you're watching this video, and that is BBAI. Now, a lot of people were really excited about this stock last year. They were thinking, hey, this is going to the moon. There were some people were even comparing it to Palantir, but I think there's still opportunity. In my opinion, I don't think BBAI is going to zero. Now, for those of you that are followers, subscribers, that have been watching the videos, been keeping up with me, you might have saw a video where I let the viewers know that I took a call option on BBAI with an expiration date of January 2028. I'm going to give you an update on that. So when I did that, the stock was currently trading around $3.40, and it went up to around $3.70. My contracts increased about close to $20. I think it was like around $15, and I went ahead and got out of the position, took some profit, and now it's pulled back. Even though you're probably hearing about the market hitting new highs, being around new highs, a lot of stocks have pulled back, even the big boys. Okay, so not everything is moving to the upside. A lot of companies have been pulling back, and when you look at your portfolio, depending on what you're invested in, you might have been noticing some of these stocks that have been pulling back, and I see them as opportunity. Now, anytime it comes to the small caps, right, non-profitable companies, there's a lot of risk. So just be aware that if you're investing in a non-profitable company, there's a lot of risk. And you may be wondering, well, why do people do that? If you see opportunity in a company, if you believe a company's management team is going to turn around the company, it's going to make it profitable, and you can be patient, right, you might want to take some risk, because when these companies are starting out and they're facing challenges and things like that, if you get in there early on and they're able to turn it around, you could really build some wealth in your portfolio. And that's why some people like to bet on these companies that are not profitable. They see the vision, they see what the company's doing, and they believe the company's eventually going to become profitable. Now, with any startup, with any newer business, they face challenges, and the key word is patient. A lot of us are not patient. We want it all right now. And that usually doesn't work like that in the stock market unless you get really lucky. A lot of these companies, they don't move like that, right? Sometimes here or there, you might hear a story where someone bought a stock and it's just moved. And, that's like winning the lotto. But a lot of companies, it takes time. Now, what's changed about BBAI? A lot of people are still bringing up the same issues that this stock's been facing when it was at $6, $7, $8, and so on. Now we're at $3, around $3, and if we go underneath $3, I see this as an opportunity to go ahead and take some risk. Now, keyword there is risk. If you decide to get into this one, it doesn't mean it's going to make you wealthy. It doesn't mean your money's going to grow. The money that you put into this play, you can lose it. It's a high risk play. But if you believe in the company, if you see the vision and you believe in the management team, and you believe they're going to turn it around, and you're willing to give them time, this could be an opportunity that helps your portfolio grow, right? So that's why I'm saying what I'm going to be doing under $3. I'm going to go ahead and do another call option to the upside. This one, if I do it so far, I'm thinking about $3 strike price, expiration date out in January 2028. And I did look at the contracts, what they were costing, and they were about $150. Now, depending when you watch this video and what the stock's done, that price may change. It may be less, it may be more, right? Because that stuff changes on a daily basis. But I think under $3 is a great opportunity. I think it will go to the upside eventually. I'm interested in seeing their Q2 earnings, and that's going to reveal a lot to us. Now, the challenges that they've been facing is investors are concerned by dilution. They're concerned that they haven't been able to increase revenue. That's been a very big deal. So we need to see if they've been able to do that. And let me see the exact earnings date because I don't want you guys not to know that August 10th. Go ahead and circle that on your calendar. August 10th is going to give us more insight. I do believe on their Q2 earnings, we're going to see some revenue growth. Remember, they acquired Act Sage. I think that should reflect on their Q2 earnings, help with the revenue. So I believe we're going to get a surprise when it comes to revenue, which that's been a really big deal. If we can get a surprise in that area, I think this is going to be positive news and we're going to see a boost in the share price after August 10th if we're able to see that. Now, there's no guarantees that's going to happen, but I am going to take on some risk. If I see it under $3, I'm willing to take some risk in that area. I don't see the stock going to $0. I do see this company having potential. So under $3 in the twos, I see a lot of opportunity there to start position size. Remember, when it comes to these companies, what you want to do is get in early, build a position size. So if this company is able to turn things around, increase revenue, show growth, show that the changes that they've been making is actually working, right? The new CEO is able to show, hey, I'm turning things around for the company, then this could go back up to the $10 range and higher. And for those of you that got in at $2, at $3, you're going to be celebrating. And if you're patient and over the years this company becomes large, you're going to be really happy you went ahead and took some risk. Now, remember, anytime you take risk, you have to calculate that the money that you're putting in there, if you lost it all, right, it doesn't kill you financially. Now, anything that I'm doing, it's just me sharing my opinion with you. I cannot tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I wanted to tell you that I think around the current price, BBI is not a bad idea if you're not already in it to take on some risk. Now, that's what I'll be doing. I'm not telling you what to do. Also, I know some of you that watch the video, you want to be day traders, you want to trade short term. And when it comes to doing that, you got to learn the charts, you got to learn the candles. And I get it. Hey, it's not easy. I've been investing long term for over 10 years, but short term, I've been doing that since last year. So I'm learning all the time still. And there's a lot of things that help me when I'm looking at the charts. So I actually have a desk mat that has different candles, different indicators, all those things that help me, right? So if I forget something, I can look at it because I learn like that over time with repetition. So that helps me, and I think it can help you out. So what I decided to do, I said, hey, let me put a link in the description box so other users that are watching this that may want to become day traders, that may want to short-term trade sometimes, this could become a useful tool if you're in that process where you're learning the charts. Now, if you're someone more advanced, it might not really be a big deal for you, but I thought that could help some of the newbies, some people that are still learning. So I wanted to throw that in there in the description box. So check that out if you're interested. If you haven't done so, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, go ahead and join the channel. If you can do that, I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching this one. And also let me know down in the comments below, are you a BBI shareholder? Are you a believer? Do you think under $3 it would be a great opportunity if it comes under $3? I love to know your opinions as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.